Everybody, this is Dream, and this is going to be our base team for the Tampa Bay Rays and my all you can play or play all the cards series. My can't talk today. So basically, we're going to use Shane McClellan and Jeffrey Springs, and maybe Cleaver and Rasmussen, and then probably Brooks Rowley. We might get into some other guys, but we're probably just going to have 3 or 4 or 5 pitchers overall in this game. And then as for the regular cards, this team, even with the special cards, wasn't all that great to play with. I mean, they got some guys that can hit, and they have some speed, but they're kind of mixed in the balance aspect. There's then the drop off at the back half of the lineup is pretty severe, and obviously off the bench as well. Though we do have one Silver and Brett Phillips, excuse me, that we'll get to. The top of the lineup is pretty good, so we'll see how these guys go, and hopefully it'll be a good game. So without further ado, I'll see you after the end of the game to give my insight on the cards themselves.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you... Okay, all set to go. Now the left fielder, Harold Ramirez.
Leading off tonight for Tampa Bay, the left fielder, Harold
In for a strike,
Ramirez.
and this one is off and running.
7 o'clock.
And it's fouled away. The wind of the pitch. And down on strikes. And one out now. Manuel Margot up to the plate.
Second, the right fielder, number 13.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Margot.
No score, just getting started, top of the first. Next offering is downstairs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 1-2 to Margot. And a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Lau at the plate.
Batting third, the second baseman, Brandon.
Swings through that one. 0-1. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Next offering is fouled back.
Leading off for Tampa Bay, the catcher, Mike.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. McClanahan. He's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. Next offering is fouled back.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher booth, and throwing the pitch.
Now batting Wander Franco.
The shortstop, Wander Franco.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Foul ball there. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping guys off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
And down on strikes he goes. 2 away. And now the hitter, Ji-Man Choi.
The first baseman, G-Man.
In there for strike one. Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that guys at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. And a swing and a miss. And that bottom of the second. Here's a big power threat. Brandon Lau.
For Atlanta, the second baseman,
Here comes the pitch.
Brandon
ball one. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Brandon Lau bops one out of here. And they jump out front. It's 1-0.
Batting six.
Now it's Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena.
That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. Turning, looking, and that one is gone. Randy Arozarena blasts one out. And they boost their lead. It's 2-0. Yandy Diaz, the lead runner at second. Zunino on at first with nobody out. 0-2 as he waves at that one. McClanahan, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
That's out to center field. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs. And now Shane McClanahan. And first offering is fouled off.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Throw, and it gets away. Runner held at third, and they'll be loaded again with nobody out. So the batting order turns over. Here's Kiermaier now. He's 0 for 1. On the ground, 2 ball. Loud. He fires home for 1. And he'll be safe at first. Manuel Margot digs in now. Yandy Diaz getting ready to hit.
Yandy Diaz.
Line drive. And he pulls up on it. And that's a hit. 2 outs, runner at first. Stepping in the long ball threat, Mike Zunino. And he's already singled in this game. Oh, this is deep to left center. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Mike Zunino pops one out of here. And they add to the lead. It's 5-0. The batter will be the shortstop, Wander Franco.
Not shortstop. Wander Franco.
Ripped into right center. Base hit. Around first, heading for 2. Not stopping. He's going for 3. Franco relay to third. In there safely.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You don't hit it.
Bring his foul back. That one hammered left field. That's back there. Turning, looking, and that one is gone. He'll circle the bases, and they add to their lead.
This some of the defensive players have right now. You've got to have the mindset, I want the ball hit to me, but in front of that, you hope that he strikes the hitter out.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit-by pitch to lead off the inning.
Well, it's a little concerning when a fastball gets away like that. No run or break to worry about, and he'd still hit him.
And first offering is fouled off. Left-hand hitter waits. And it's even up. Diaz aboard here at first with nobody out. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2. That one ripped. And it's gone. A home run to break up the no-hitter. Here's the
Now batting. The left fielder.
Brooks Raley gets the call from the pen. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now this is in the air down the line. That's down. One hops off the wall. Margot throws to second, and he's there with a double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Line drive. He's got it, and there's one down. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Brandon Lau. Was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one's in there, 0-1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The next pitch misses. Now 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now only one out remaining.
Now batting.
Zunino stands in now and watches strike one. On the ground to the left. The tag, and that's the ball game.
These guys had the long ball working for them.
Alright, well, that game really didn't go as I intended. I ended up going into the 9th with a no-hitter. I'd only walked Wandy Diaz by that point. Unfortunately, I then hit Diaz again, or rather for the first time, but his second time to get to first base without any hits, and then I gave up a home run to the very next player. So, unfortunately, I ended up losing the no-hitter in the top of the 9th. Still got the win, still did pretty good with some of the players, but overall, it kind of sucked that I gave up the no-hitter going in there, so I didn't really use a ton of pitchers. But overall, from the hitting aspect of the game, I couldn't get anything with Kiermaier or Margot. Choi was kind of okay, I guess. Zizino I definitely hit the best with, as well as Arizona and Lowe. However, Arizona and Lowe both have pretty big hit boxes, and so they were kind of hit, or either hit a home run or nothing. And Diaz was okay, except for the fact he's super slow. Zizino obviously also very slow, but he's got some power, and I was able to match 2 home runs with him. With the home runs, I got Lowe, and then I had Arizona and Zizino. I'm butchering Arizona's name, so sorry about that. But McClanahan, he did really good for me. 18 strikeouts in 8 innings. Obviously gave up the no-hitter in the top of the 9th, but I only had 1 walk at that point. I had walked Diaz in the, I think, 5th or 6th inning. No, sorry, that would have been in the 3rd inning, his first time around. So it was kind of a bummer. But, no, actually, it was in the 6th. I'm sorry. So anyway, I gave up that walk, which messed the entire game up, sort of, for the perfect game, but then I gave up the late thing to Kiermaier. Overall, not really excited about the team. Nobody's super fast with a couple exceptions. Franco's got some speed, and I did hit a triple with him, but not a whole lot of players I particularly like on this game other than Zizino and Franco. Everybody else was kind of hit or miss. And then as for pitching, McClanahan was really good for the most part. And then Raleigh, who I had come off the bench as a relief pitcher, he did fine for the 3 outs that he needed. So overall, not a bad team to play with, but not obviously not the best either. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this particular one. Let's see if I see any good other replays in here. Let's see what I have that I might look at. I did get a lot of strikeouts with which are really nice. He struck out a lot of dudes. I think this home run was my favorite of the game. He just mashed. I don't even think you can see the ball come above the screen. It just went so far, 444 feet. So overall, that was a really good home run there. Is there anything else? Well, the home run that I gave up that messed up the no-hitter was this one. It just a little line drive. Almost wasn't even out, but kind of close. And I'll also show you the, oops. I'll also show you the hit by pitch that led to that here. Should be right here, yep. Alright, so we'll see how this goes. It was actually pretty close. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Zoom in here. he like it was pretty you know, it wasn't like super over the plate or anything, but it was still not the worst pitch I'd thrown. It was a little high on the inside, but it just nicked him in the elbow, back of the elbow. But I feel like he turned into it because he's like it's still outside the box. Like it comes over the edge of the front of the plate even. It just nicks him on the front elbow. I don't know, man. I feel like if that actually had happened in a game, he might got called for leaning into the pitch. Cause look where he is here. I mean, he's kind of almost outside of the box even. He like leans in. See, he leans. He comes right into it. That should probably be. He probably shouldn't have gotten walked based on that. But at any rate, that's how the game goes. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you use any of these cards or like any of them, let me know in the comments what you think. And have a nice day, guys.